User joined your channel.
Alright, we are all ready to go.
Alright, well, you want to tell the people what they're watching?
Yes, welcome everybody. This is the Solarmark Gaming 2017 Summer Tournament 1v1. We've got about 11 participants today. They're going to be doing a double elimination 1v1 tanks tournament. Tier 5 tanks are the really the only limitation here. So we'll have some exciting matches. We'll get through as much as we can tonight. And then I believe the plan is for us to complete finals probably later this month. So
That's great. Now, I understand there's some prizes at stake here.
yes, people have got a chance to win some premium days, possibly some gold too. So I believe positions 1 through 3 at the very least are going to be receiving prizes. So be pretty exciting.
Sounds great. So who are our first contestants or competitors?
First contestants are going to be Wolfie and Drake today. We are working to get them into a match. Can you go ahead and actually set up that training room?
Sure thing. It was any map but Paris, right?
No, we want to do Paris.
Ah, that makes sense.
For those that might not be aware as well, we do have a live stream of the bracket too that will be updated as we go through the night tonight, where you can see where the standings are, pick your favorite player, you know, make some bets in chat maybe if you want. Feel free.
I know I will be betting my college tuition on my ranking tonight. That's right, Val and I are both also contestants, or I keep saying contestants, I really mean competitors. This isn't The Price is Right.
Drake, did you see Dumbowski's message?
I did.
I would make it like 20. 20 or
Alright.
30.
Let's try that one.
And do we have invites out already?
No, we don't. Thank you. And it's going to be Wolfie.
Wolfie and Drake.
And let's get an invite out for you two, hey?
Yeah.
Alright. Our competitors are in their teams.
Perfect. Let's just get a message here for ready to go.
And my caps lock's on. Wonderful.
Alright, let's go ahead and start her up. Alright, so it looks like Drake is bringing a T1 Heavy to the match, and Wolfie bringing the Churchill 1. So the T1 Heavy, Churchill, it should be a pretty decent matchup actually. You know, speaking basically just on terms of Tier 5 heavy tanks, I feel like they're pretty competitive. That Churchill will have a little bit of an increased round per minute over the T1 Heavy, but the T1 Heavy's penetration will likely be pretty high as well on its shot, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out here. Alright, and it looks like Drake will be moving over towards the north half of the map, and Wolfie is as well. So what we'll likely see here is we'll likely see Drake move up over to the C4 area, maybe even C3 corner up in the top right there, and Wolfie probably coming down through the middle there, looking to gain some spots in case he crosses over. If I'm not mistaken, the T1 Heavy will be a little bit faster than the Churchill, but not positive. And for those of you that are curious on the rules of these matches, there are a couple limitations put in place. Tier 5s, obviously, followed by no derp guns, which we're basically constituting as any A large millimeter, usually 100 plus millimeter gun, generally carrying HE shells. With a couple exceptions, sometimes they carry AP, but we're basically excluding those types of guns. And hopefully this will give kind of a more brawl feel to the matches here, if they can find each other.
Well, that's part of the fun in this match, isn't it, Val?
Exactly. What's going to really come down in a lot of these matches, I think, are going to be a lot of the skill of people who understand angling. These maps, the city map, the way this one especially is laid out, have these long corridors where people will probably spot each other at opposite ends of these corridors, and it's going to come down to which person can maneuver into their angling position as fast as possible before the other one does, while also taking shots. Drake kind of taking a risky move here, moving all the way on the left side of the map. Leaves him very little cover to hide himself in. Wolfie is coming back to the east side of the map. Drake's going to go for some capping. That will force Wolfie to turn around and come back to her capture point. That leaves 1 minute 30 seconds. Oh, and he popped off. 1 minute 40 seconds. And counting. Oh, and he just hopped off again. He's just trying to find that just right spot.
He's toying with his prey here, and it looks like it's going to take Wolfie some time to get over to the capture point.
Correct. Now, one thing that will throw Drake off here is he will be broadside to Wolfie's approach. So this will give Wolfie an advantage as far as resetting that cap.
And it looks like we are in range of the first shots here just in a second.
We do have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the match. And we have spots.
And first hits.
Fire. Oh my god. 28% health. Still on fire. Looks like no...
It looks like she's got a lot of damage.
Yep, 100 damage down on Wolfie. 21% left on Drake.
But Wolfie is taking it. She's still got 72% left. Drake at 3.
One shot for Drake to go down. There he goes.
And it ends with Wolfie taking shot after shot. Not scared to go in. Do you think it was his positioning that ultimately did Drake in?
So the position that he was in was probably the best defensive position you could be in while capping that location. However, it didn't leave a lot of options for getting out. But I think it's kind of your only option, because the alternative would have been to basically sit in the open and then have to backtrack while being in the open. So I think he kind of took a risk there, but it was a call that kind of had to be made. You either do that and hope that you can back behind the corner and hope she comes from where she spawned at, or you know, what happened. That fire really, though, threw it off. I think we would have seen probably a little bit longer of a shootout had that not have occurred.
Alright, well, it was an exciting match. How about we get Wolfie in here to say a couple of things?
Sure.
While we're getting the next match set up.
Hi.
Hey, Wolfie, we're just going to steal you down here for a little bit if we can.
I guess.
So how did that match go?
I was wondering when we were going to finally catch each other, and we never did. And then finally when he got on cap, I'm like, I know exactly where I am. Thankfully, I had already decided to turn around and start heading back towards my cap when I didn't see him near his cap. I got lucky with the fire shot. Sure. It would have been a lot closer if I didn't set him on fire the first shot that I did. And I'm surprised that I connected with me moving and the distance that I was at. It was
Absolutely. It was a great
match.
It was really entertaining.
Yeah,
great. You did a great job. We look forward to seeing you on round 2.
Oh yeah, I'm still kind of shaken from being in a tournament.
Thanks for playing.
Not a problem. Thanks
Wolfie.
guys.
Well, we have excellent news about our next match. It's going to be a real doozy. Do you know who's in our next match?
I do. It is Clone and Dragamex.
That's me.
Which means you, correct. So we will be saying small goodbyes, I suppose.
Very small, because it's going to go by fast.
Yeah, so I think for this match, what we'll probably do is just, I think you and I can probably stay in a channel.
So I can hear the humiliation.
And I'll do my best not to distract you.
Excellent, thank you. It'll only be help, honestly. Anything you say, go left, go right,
Absolutely.
you suck, you know.
What you will... Oh, shoot, that won't work very well, will it?
No, I guess I'm gonna have to go up with Clone. That's alright, I'll be right back. You'll get all of the battle from my end, which is not gonna be that exciting.
Channel switched.
Alright, Clone, you're on candid camera. Are you ready to take me on, finally?
Ready as I'll ever be.
That's good. Not good for me, but that's good.
Nah, my gun ain't great.
Alright, now if you could just go ahead and narrate any moves that you make, where you're going to be heading, or, you know, general advice, that'd be great. Alright, let me know when you're ready, Clone.
You're in a tier 6 tank.
I am. You're absolutely right about that fact. Hang on. There we go. Alright, let me know when you're ready, Clone.
I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be.
Good game.
I didn't do shit.
You had me moving there. Let me drag you down here, so let's talk about this for a second.
You've been moved. User was moved to your channel.
Great game, gentlemen. Great game.
Wow, Clone, you kept me on the move there, and I panicked for a second when you stayed on that point, or when you got on the point that quickly. What do you think are some points that you could have done better next time?
I definitely could have, rather than initially trying to stay there and fight, should have used my spirit ability from the beginning to get away. Probably should have tried to draw you further away from the cap before I headed over to the cap.
Definitely. I 100% thought you were going to win this round, so I'm sorry I won.
Don't be. Even if I had one, I wouldn't do well further up the line anyway.
Well, thank you very much, Clone. We're doing a loser's bracket, right? Is that correct?
Yep, there's a loser's bracket, so this isn't your last match.
Perfect. Thanks for playing with us, Clone. Thanks for playing with me.
Yeah, good to play with you.
All right.
User was moved out.
So, let's find out who our next competitors are.
Alright, the next competitors.
It's going to be you and Cash, looks like.
Ah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move myself as well.
Good luck.
Thank you.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Drake, a couple people are having problems with 1080p. Do you want to consider restarting at 720?
Sure.